You know something it's an interesting concept, and it's a very difficult concept for us as humans to believe. But this is information that the guides brought through to me, and it took me a long time to be able to really understand it and believe it, and I still struggle with it sometimes. Duality which gives rise to judgment. Duality is a concept of being human. Judgment as I like ice cream and I hate broccoli. That is duality. I have likes and I have dislikes. Things are better and worse. When you think about making the decision, the reason it feels so bad to you, Nape, is not because cosmically or spiritually it was such an awful, heinous thing to do. Because there's no hierarchy of action on the other side. You're doing that which sounds in your heart and feels in your heart so dramatically bad, and it hit us. I will be honest, I had to process my way through it because I'm human, and it seemed like an awful thing to do, right? That's the human side. From spirit, there's no hierarchy. It's no different than you sticking gum under the desk when you were a kid in school. It's no different. It is not, from their perspective, there's no different. But what's different is that that action was so removed from who you are, so removed from your most authentic beingness, that it feels dreadful to you. It feels horrific. Your judgment is coming from inside your own self. There's no judgment coming from anywhere else. So when you, in your time, in your own way, I love the grace that you spoke when you said you want to give that young guy grace. You want to give him grace. He did what he thought he could do. He wasn't a bad guy. He made fucking bad decisions. All he did, he made a bad decision. And now he's grown from it, and he's going ahead in the world and being so much closer to who he really is, and you're coming into resonance with who you are. That's that feeling of space that feels good. That's the resonance, that you're coming close to who you truly, who you, when you sat around the table in spirit with your spirit team and you talked it all over and you said, in this lifetime, I want to learn X, Y, and Z. And they're going to bring all of these circumstances, all of this stuff into your road for you to figure this shit out. And you're figuring it out. But the big thing I want you to really grasp is that the awful, horrific feeling that you feel in your stomach when you think about your actions, the only the thing that gives rise to that is that it's so far from who you are. That's why it feels so bad. There's no judgment from anywhere else. You can forgive that young man. You can transmute that shame into love. You can transmute the shame and whatever else that you feel. Put words, put names to your feelings, and you can, with your intention, you can transmute that to unconditional love. We don't love you because of what you do. We love you because who you be. God loves you because who you be, darling, not because of what you do. What you do has nothing to do with it. One of the very first teachings my guides ever gave me, and I railed against it when they said, you feel so pious. They used words that I understood because you're spending all this time studying and learning and trying to develop this spiritual side of yourself. We see you as not better or worse than the bum on the street that cares about nothing more than meeting their daily needs. There's no difference. From God's perspective, there's no difference. We're just his children. All lovable, all perfect in his eyes. And I mean, I'm talking like there's a his, and we know that that's not true. But through the eyes of Source, we're all perfect. And so you connect to that sovereignty. You connect to that unconditional love. And you, the part of Nepe that has that space, that connects to that space, turn that unconditional love onto that young man who made some mistakes in judgment, only held to what he himself feels is right and wrong. He chose something that in his own heart at the time he felt like he was not on the right path. And it felt terrible to him, and you can forgive him. Join me for a spiritual transformation. We will invite the guides in and we will follow their instructions. Check out my website at www.presentmomentmagic.net for more information.